This is my favorite curl pattern. I need to tell you guys a story about when I first got into wigs. Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm gonna show you guys the best wig. It's one of my favorite curl patterns ever. I usually am obsessed with curly hair, but when it comes to this one, this is that wig that you need for spring break, your next vacation, if you're going out of the country. It's beautiful. So this is the Burmese curl, and this is from Prettyluxhair. I'm gonna have it linked in the description box. I love these curls. So let's get into the details because I need to tell you guys. First introduced this wig a few months ago and it's still one of my favorite curl patterns up till today. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the Burmese curl. This curl is the prettiest curl you can own because it is very thick and also big in curls. Unlike the curly texture, it really clumps very well and you can define it so beautifully. It gives an island type of look, so if you are looking for your next vacation hair or just if you are in love with curls, then this one is definitely one that you can fall in love with. I love the Burmese curl. It's one of my favorite. I introduced this curl to you guys a few months back and a lot of you loved it. For today's style, I'm just using my brush and also my curls brush and just clumping these curls together. This works really good, and as you can see, the definition in this hair is completely different from just a regular curly texture. It's different curl patterns. You have zigzags, you have spirals. It just does the most, and it's so beautiful and thick. As you can see, this is a knotless wig, so there's no knots when parted. It looks very natural, like it's growing out the scalp. Sliding this wig on, look at how good that lace is. Blends instantly. This hairline, it's more on the natural side, so it's not going to be super thick. So sometimes I like to just bring it down some so that it can sit right. And this is with no glue. Like, look at that, y'all. Absolutely no glue. That lace is amazing. Wig looks good so far. So I want to tell you guys about the first time I got a wig. My first wig was a synthetic lace front, and let me tell you, well, I didn't know it was going to be synthetic. This is around the time eBay was very dominant. It was a beautiful, beautiful wig. When I saw it, I just was like, oh, the color, the curl pattern. I loved curly styles. That was my thing. Until today, it still is. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I might cut this hairline back a little bit. I was so excited to get that wig. When the package came, I ripped it open. I plopped it on. But I thought for sure that the wig was gonna be amazing because it was cheaper. I think I paid like $60. I was for sure that this wig was gonna look very natural, and I was trying to go the cheaper route at that time, so I think that was my biggest mistake. Everybody starts somewhere when it comes to wigs. The description and everything described it as a lace wig. The hair was gorgeous. I think this is when I wanted that long curl, just 427 type of look, and when I got it, it was a regular wig. I was so upset by that. Around this time, this was like when sites was just starting to sell lace wigs. So you could actually order one that wasn't the actual wig. It could be something else. It could be a piece of clothing. So I ended up doing some more research and I came across different sites, forums, and I ended up finding a really pretty curly one that was a real lace wig. It was real, and I remember paying about $500 for it. It was a really good wig. As a beginner getting a wig, the first thing you want to do is put it on. So I waited about, I think, 3 weeks for that wig to come. It came. It was better than my first experience. It was a gorgeous color, the density, everything just was like really good with that wig. So as a beginner, the first thing I did with that wig was wash it. I was told you're supposed to wash your wig. And I'm washing the wig. I'm like, oh, the curls are gorgeous. I'm combing through it. I'm brushing through it. Girl, like, you can't tell me nothing. After I washed it deep condition. I always let my wigs air dry. And then back in the day, like, I don't remember doing any type of diffusers or anything like that. And I used to just make sure that I air dry all the time, because especially with my curly styles, I like the way it felt. I remember gluing it down. Oh, I went with a harsh glue. I mean, I'm talking the real lace wig, you know, the ones that's clear and sticky. Those were very popular back then. I just remember having a mess, like it was a mess, and I was so nervous. I was in my bathroom for hours trying to get that glue to just go where I wanted it to go. I do not recommend any type of the stringy, the clear ones. Do not use that as a beginner. Do not use it. Not to mention, I did lose a lot of my hairline around the first time using glue, and that's why anytime I talk to you guys on here and I recommend things, I let you know what works for a beginner and what's not going to work. I would recommend no beginners use any type of wig adhesives with the full lace. You're definitely going to run into some issues, and I did just do a video on recommendations of wigs, you know, that I recommend for beginners. So I think I wore my wig for like a week. I remember walking into Walmart and I thought for sure I was just it, like I was that girl. And don't get me wrong, I feel like my hairline looked really good. I was aiming for a natural hairline even back then, so I feel like it looked really good. I walked in there and I was looking, and people was looking at me. It's almost like everybody wanted to see, like, is that a wig on her head? Is that a wig? That's the vibe I was getting, and that's when I knew. I was like, okay, if people gotta look this hard, they know something's off. Something is definitely off. So I remember going home and playing with my wig application, trying to clean it up, using a lot of alcohol. Don't do that. I feel like that's the biggest mistake, is keep applying alcohol around the hairline, because over time I think the alcohol causes you to have that white halo on your skin. So I definitely don't use that today. If I remove my wigs, I use an oil. So anyways, I went back to the house and I was taking my wig off, putting it on, taking it off, putting it on. And that's a big mistake too, only because it's very bad for the hairline. I want it close to perfection. I want that wig to look like it was growing from my scalp. So I also, in that phase, the hair was performing very well. And then I started noticing, because I was taking it off and putting it on and taking it off and putting it on, I started to notice the hair was getting dried out. It was so dry, y'all. And I remember contacting the company, and the wig don't look this way, or it's performing this way, it's performing bad. And I remember them asking me, well, how many times are you washing your wig? And I said, every other day. Because I was washing my wig every 2 days. She was like, okay, well, this is why your hair is drying out. You just need, you just need to stop over washing the hair. And I didn't believe it. I was like, no, it's not my fault. It's y'all fault. But looking back, the mistake that I was making was not washing my wig. It was washing it just with shampoo. I was shampooing the wig so much, I dried it out. Like, I literally did. And I didn't even realize that I was doing that. And that's why I always stress to you guys to wash your wigs, especially your curly styles, to wash them once with shampoo and then as needed, like as the hair get dirty. You don't need to keep overloading the hair with shampoo, because it will dry it out. Also, if you color your wigs, that's another conversation for another day with my experience with that. That can also damage them. I thought I knew everything, and I thought I wasn't a beginner because I had learned so many techniques. I thought I just kind of knew it all at that moment. That shows that you can think you are advanced and still don't know a lot. Another thing I felt like I was doing wrong when I first got my wig, not only just shampooing it wrong, ripping the glue from my scalp, like when I didn't know how to apply, because when you take your wig off and put it on and you have a real glue application, it's definitely going to take a toll on the hairline of the wig. So after I shampooed it to death, basically, it started tangling and shedding really badly. And I feel kind of bad because I look back and I feel like I blame the actual company. Just looking at my habits now and how long my wigs last compared to back then, it was me. It was all me. So then I ended up getting me another wig. I wanted the curly styles back then. That was my thing. And like I said, I still do love the curls. The next one that I got, my biggest mistake with it was using wrongful products. Well, back then the products were so horrible. They didn't really have all the natural hair products that's for African American hair. So I was using that on my wigs and it ruined, sucked the life right on out of them. I never had a problem with heat damage with my wigs because I already knew I would go for a curly style because I didn't want to have to curl the hair a lot. As far as curl, I wanted a low maintenance style, and the curls were pretty low maintenance. I still feel like curly hair is easier to deal with, and even right now I'm just kind of playing with it, and because I got time, I'm talking. Just defining the curls like this and going throughout my week is all I need to do with curly wigs, and that's why as a beginner I felt like that was the best style for me. This is what the hairline looks like. But let me know, do y'all feel like curly wigs are easier than having to curl your hair every day? I was going through my stash, like, yeah, I have so many styles because we moved and I had a lot of stuff in storage. So many wigs are super gorgeous, but maybe I'm not into the color right now or that specific style, so they just sit. I may have a wig sale soon, y'all. They need to go. But if I get rid of some, you guys, let me know what styles you would want. I don't want to have stuff that I just don't need or I'm not using, just sitting around. But yeah, after my first experience with my wig and me drying it out so much, and it only lasts, I think that wig only lasted me 1 month. Possible that I could have revived it, I just didn't know how. Like I said, this was around the time when wigs was just becoming popular. I think sew-ins specifically is for people who can go to a salon every single month. Y'all can keep your sew-ins if tired of blending and blending and blending and frizzing and blending and frizzing. Like that, I won't go back to that, y'all. I used to do sew-ins for people and myself, so it's time consuming and it's also costly. When I got into lace wigs, I just knew this was going to be my protective style. It was going to be the style that I stick to for a long time because I also used to braid my hair. I used to do braids and spend hours, and I got tired of that too. And once you keep your hair flat and you get your wig and you're able to put it on, you will see that it will look very natural. It's not as complicated. As you can see, most wigs nowadays come with the pre-plucked hairline and bleach knots. So the only mistakes I feel like a lot of people should be making right now is just the care. But even I tell you guys all the time, if you're going to get a curly wig, get the unbrush. The unbrush is definitely a great brush for detangling, and don't be brushing your wig every single day, okay? Especially curly hair. You only need to define the curls like this, these beautiful curls, once a week, okay? This is a weekly style here because that's how you rip the hair out of your wigs. That's where shedding issues come. And with this wig, you don't need to bleach the knots at all. You don't. You can just get the fake scalp material that I showed you guys at the beginning and put it inside of here. And because it is a knotless wig, it'll look just like scalp. Hope you guys enjoyed my little story time. That's how I got here to where I am now, and I think I have basically mastered the skill of a wig. I will be sure to put this wig down below in the description box. It's gorgeous. Do I think it's beginner friendly? Good for anyone who does the bare minimum to their hair. If you like combing and brushing through your hair all day, get you a straight style, girl. Get you you don't need to do all that. It's already done. Like, it's gorgeous, okay? So I will be sure to put this wig below in the description box, so be sure to check below the video.